gonna do trach sectioning and trach care. First thing I want to do is check with my patient, reposition my patient in a semi-Fowler's. All right, so this is my patient, and that is the trach that we're going to work with. So my patient is in semi-Fowler's unless contraindicated, and I'm going to drape my patient because I want to protect from either secretions or water or anything that can get them wet. So I'm going to drape my patient and, wash my hands. I'm going to put gloves on and loosen up. I have here some still water and hydrogen peroxide. So the caps, they're loose because I'm going to use them. And this is my suctioning machine. So I want to hook it up and turn it on, make sure that it works. And it has to be, the wall suctioning has to be at 100 to 150 for adults, and it's about 100 to 120 for kids and 50 to 95 for infants. So once I make sure that that is working correctly, I am going to check with my patient, hyperoxygenate my patient, and auscultate lung sounds. So I auscultate because that is why the patient needs suctioning, so front and back, the lungs. Hyperoxygenate, it would be advised or ideal to have a second person because in between suctioning, if the patient needs oxygen, that second person is going to replace the oxygen. So once I make sure that everything is working, the wall suctioning, I have my sterile kit, and then I remove my gloves, wash my hands, and then I'm ready for this. So I'm gonna open it, take my gloves out, and then come in from the side, pinch, put once in, and from the other one. So I am sterile. That is ready. Now, I want to get I'm going to grab this because I'm going to attach it to the wall suctioning machine. So before I do that, I kind of want to get the water first. So water in my receptacle, because I'm going to need to prime and to clean. And now this, obviously my non-dominant hand, which is my left, is not sterile anymore. And I'm ready here. So this tip, I'm going to lubricate in here. So I'm going to, a little bit just to lubricate, make sure that it works. So now I'm getting ready to introduce it. I'm going to advance the suction. When I'm advancing, the suction is off. And then I go into the inner cannula, about 15 centimeters, not more than that, or 6 inches, something like that. And then once I'm in, the patient might cough, but I shouldn't freak out. I just get it out as soon as possible. With my non-dominant hand, I'm going to pull out, and with my dominant hand, which is my right hand, I'm going in circles and taking it out. So, and I'm going here again and get this. Now, once it's clean, I'm going to go in again. I'm going to do this about 3 times, not more than 50 seconds in there. And the whole thing is not going to last for more than 5 minutes. Again, replacing the oxygen if needed. And once the secretions are out, then I'm good. I can turn off, detach, coil this in my hand because I'm going to remove it. Well, at this point, it doesn't really matter if it's dirty or not. So I'm just going to remove it. It's in the glove, and I'm gonna discard. And this receptacle, well, this is a water resistant receptacle. So, and I can take my gloves off, wash my hands, and make sure that the patient is okay. So the patient is closing his eyes. So there he is. And I can auscultate again, making sure the lungs are clear. And yep, they are clear. We just suction. So now there is, in the canister, there is some secretions. We can't see the canister here, but I'm going to check the color, the consistency, the amount, the odor of all those secretions. And of course, chart it. Now, I can dispose of this part and garbage. So that's done. And I'm going to wash my hands and get my other kit ready. This is not part of the suction, but this is going to be my inner cannula, the one that I'm going to remove from here, get it out of there. But this one, I open my kit with my clean hands and get my gloves out. This is the cuff end, so alright, pinch, step away, struggle to put on, and I'm inside, so this one is on. Now for this one, I'm just gonna touch here, get it out of that field. And put it on. So now I'm sterile on both, so I can take my supplies and either use this one. I'm not supposed to touch 1/4 of that, or I have another one that I can use that is sterile, and it is the shiny part down, so I can put it there, either or. So that one is the one that I like better, so I'm sterile here, so this will go there, and all of my supplies will go there. The ideal, and this one also, well, no, it's not. I'm not going to put it on the sterile field, but one hand is not going to be sterile. This non-dominant hand, and this one is. Of course, this table is a little lower, so I'm not supposed to go below my waistline. But I do want, with the hand that's not going to be sterile, I need to pour water. So I take the cap off, pour water in the 3 receptacles. So, and then this is hydrogen peroxide, which take the cap off. And in the moderate size receptacle, I'm going to pour, so I have a 50-50 mix of water, sterile water, and hydrogen peroxide. Now, I am going to remove with my non-dominant hand, I'm going to remove the cannula that's in there. If it's a disposable one, then I dispose of it. And this is why it's important to have a second person, because if it's a disposable, I dispose of it, but I didn't open the new one. So a second person would open it for me, and I would get it with my, if it's sterile, with my sterile hand. If not, with my only the outer part of it. If it's a reusable one, then this is a reusable. So what I'm going to do is put it in the 50-50 of hydrogen peroxide, and then here I'm going to use this to clean it. So okay, so I'm going to use this to clean it. Once I have cleaned it away from that area. Then this is dirty. I dispose of it. Garbage. And this one is clean, but I'm going to rinse it off in the other receptacle, which I come in here and rinse it off. I'm going to touch this so it doesn't go black, but obviously this is not part of it. Now I rinse it off, I can tap it, and then if there is still any water in it, I can use these pipe cleaners just to get it dry and to get the rest of the water and dispose of this. So this one, I'm still touching the outer side. Inside is still sterile. And then I replace it. So once that is done, then I'm not sterile anymore. So replaced. Now it's in position. And I can start taking care of the rest, which is, for example, this one. If it's already cut, then I can use it. But I'm not going to use it right now. If it's not cut, well, this one's cut, so I can use it like that. If it's not cut like this one, I wouldn't cut it. I would just fold it this way and place it once I'm ready to do that, and I'm not yet. So I would have more ready. But okay, so now with wet gauze, let's pretend this one's not cut. So it's just a normal 4x4. So in the receptacle that I didn't use, I would get it wet and clean the faceplate and everything around here, dispose of it, grab another one. So I wouldn't have to make sure that I have enough. So what I would do now, this one I dispose of it, but clean around and everything, and that's it, right? Now it's clean. With the dry one, I would dry it, and then with a Q-tip or 2 or 3, as many as I need, I would touch, and then under the faceplate, I would clean the stoma and dispose of this. If I need more, then I would do the same thing and dispose of that. Now I'm gonna hold this because I'm gonna replace this thing, which is the tricky part. Ideally, I have Velcro and I can just hold it, lose the Velcro, and then this part, which we're gonna pretend this is the one. So if it's Velcro, then it's already attached on this side, and I go around the patient, still holding it, and then go through the loop, and it's attached, and now I can let go. If it's not attached, then I wouldn't have to still hold it. I mean, if it's not Velcro, still hold it and make a knot here. So there is my knot, and then go around and make a knot. Okay, tie it, making sure it's tight. Now it's good. Now I can let go, and that is cleaned. Of course, I gather all my dirty stuff, throw it away. Of course, take my gloves off, wash my hands, and record what I did, how the patient is, reposition if I need to reposition, and that's it.